Next up, you want to make sure you wear comfortable panties. Like cotton underwear is usually recommended because other types of materials may help build up moisture and heat. So you want to wear cotton underwear because you want your vagina to breathe. Let your vagina breathe, guys. Around, especially when you're on your period, is not the time to be wearing nylon pants or all these fancy pants that we have out there. Around your period, you want to wear cotton for adequate airflow. So yeah, let your vagina breathe, guys, because all of this will help reduce bacterial infection. Next up, hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Dr. Jean Tebengo, and in this video I'm going to be talking to you about menstrual hygiene 101. This one is just going to be like a chatty session, and the next one I'm going to do is going to be like a Q&A, just answering frequent questions that I've gotten about menstruation and what you can do about it. So yeah, let's get into this video. Like you know, this video is part of a series called That's on Period. Yeah, that's on period, guys. So we talk about everything menstruation, what you can do about it, just to help you live a stress-free life around this period. Let's just get right into this video. First, the first thing you want to look out for when it comes to like menstrual tips, just getting comfortable around your period, is choosing the right products for you. Whether you choose to use pads like I have here, I have some pads with me, whether you choose to use tampons or menstrual cups, whatever, you just really need to find the perfect fit, and this varies for a lot of people. So I brought like 3 different types of pads to show you guys. This is like something really small, portable. These two belong to the same brand. We have, this one is longer and this one is shorter and thicker. Personally, for me, I prefer to use slim brands. This is my best. I prefer to use something slim. You see, I even prefer this to this. You can see the thickness here. Just be flat. Like, I don't want to feel like there's anything in between my legs. But there are people that prefer these big ones or shorter ones for reasons best known to them. For me, I'm not a fan of slim ones like this. So I do a lot of experiments with pad because at the time my favorite brand, there were just a lot of things about that brand. People talked about how it was scented, and then the price of that brand like just skyrocketed. And yeah, I know there's something called period poverty, but let's not talk about it now. Like, you spend so much on your period, guys. So I just had to look for alternatives, and there was a time I was like really scouting for pads. So that's how I ended up with this one. It was when I bought it that I found out that it was short and it was definitely not my thing. Or I use it when I have light flow. I'm almost done with it. I don't think I will be restocking this brand. Then I found, in the process of searching for pads, I found this at ShopRite, and I really like this one. When I went to ShopRite, I discovered that they had a second type, and I was like, oh, let me try it. I experiment a lot with pads. If you want me to do like brand reviews of the different ones, just let me know in the comment section and I will do that. So yes, I prefer this thinner one because once you open it, let me show you how it looks like. So thin, guys, so comfortable. Like, you just have this and that's it. But for these shorter ones, I often wonder, like, why would I use this short? Like, why would I use something as short as this? I don't want to flip it to the other side because, okay, maybe I can. Yeah, the brand name is here. Like, why would I use something this short? Like, it's not even going to, I feel like it's not long enough. And then when you lie down, there's sometimes, not even I feel like, sometimes when you lie down, there are slips from like opposite ends. So maybe people who are not really like on the tall side, maybe they can get away with using something this short, but I often do not. Then this one from the same brand I told you about, but they said slightly, this other one is longer. Let me compare. Yeah, it is actually a bit longer. So, but I love this brand because it's thin. So like I said, you need to get something really comfortable for you, something that you can use without having any slips or spillage or whatever. Another thing that you can do that will really help you have a good period experience is tracking your period. And there are different period trackers out there, so you want to be on the lookout for that to avoid any form of surprises that you may have. Next, you want to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Like we always say on this channel, eat balanced diet, eat foods rich in fruits and vegetables, drink water, like just prioritize your balanced diet, as this will really help you deal with things that can happen with your menstrual cycle, like fluid retention, things like cramps, bloating, and all of that. That would really help. So you want to be on the lookout for a well balanced diet. Next up, you want to make sure you wear comfortable panties. Like cotton underwear is usually recommended because other types of materials may help build up moisture and heat. So you want to wear cotton underwear because you want your vagina to breathe. Let your vagina breathe, guys. Around, especially when you're on your period, is not the time to be wearing nylon pants or all these fancy pants that we have out there. Around your period, you want to wear cotton for adequate airflow. So yeah, let your vagina breathe, guys, because all of this will help reduce bacterial infection. Next up, you want to maintain good hand hygiene before you use the toilet and afterwards, before you touch anything menstrual products, maybe to change your pads or your tampon or menstrual cups, whatever the case may be. You want to make sure you wash your hand before and after, because all of this would help reduce the spread of bacteria from your vagina or inner area to your mouth. Next up, proper disposal of pads and tampons and all of that. You want to make sure that you wrap it well in a clean toilet paper and then throw in the dustbin. You definitely do not want to flush these materials down the water closet because it can block the toilet. So you want to make sure that you wrap it first before disposing, because all of this will reduce the spread of bacteria. Another thing you want to keep in mind is that once you track your cycle, you have an idea when you're expecting your period. So around this time, you want to carry supplies in your bag so that you're not surprised by anything. Did you hear that? Supplies in your bag so you're not surprised by anything. Yeah, so you want to have like the pads in your bag, whatever you need to just feel comfortable. You want to make sure that you have a small pack where you can keep it to avoid any form of surprises. Next up, you want to make sure you rest. Yes, rest. Give your body time to like process all the changes that are happening. You want to sleep well. Just really reduce your stress levels as much as possible. Practice relaxation techniques that help you, like breathing exercises, even if you're just walking around the lawn, walking in nature, really, like just make sure you prioritize rest, as all of this would help with some premenstrual symptoms and also with mood swings. There are times where you have to use the good old hot water bottle if you're having cramps, maybe period cramps or ovulation cramps, as the case may be. You definitely want to get that or improvise in however shape or form that you can, or make sure that you don't burn yourself with the hot water. So yeah, the heat therapy also works. Another thing I've found that is really effective is taking a hot shower at this time. That also helps to relieve the cramps that you may be experiencing. Next up, stay hydrated, ladies. Water does a lot for us as humans. So you definitely want to make sure you're drinking enough water. Check out what the daily requirement for your age group is and make sure you're taking enough water. It would help relieve symptoms like water retention, bloating, even with cramps and all of that. So aside from the benefits of drinking water on its own, it really helps with symptoms that may present during the menstrual cycle. So yeah, drinking enough water is really, really important. Next up, you definitely want to visit a healthcare provider. Remember that video we did on routine checkups for women? Yeah, you do not only see your healthcare provider when you're sick. So there are general exams that are recommended, like the breast exam, pap smear, and all of that. So you want to visit your healthcare provider just for routine checkup, so that in case of anything, it's picked early and proper solutions can be preferred before things get out of hand. And if you're experiencing any premenstrual symptoms and you think that they are getting out of hand, then you definitely should seek expert advice. With this, we've come to the end of this video, and that's on period. That's on period, guys. See you in another video. Do not forget to subscribe, do not forget to like this video, share and leave a comment. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to take your questions. Bye.